All right. So I guess I'm live. Select stream. I already did this. Oh, okay, yeah. I guess we are good. So there. Um, yeah, so all right, I guess we're live and streaming. Um, so I think I watched through did I watch through OBS or YouTube. All right. Or maybe do a split screen. Um, mm, that's a shop. Product, echo, safety warning. Okay. All right. So I got a split screen. Um, there, go away. Something like that. Right there. I want. I think I want over there. Maybe something like that. Yep. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Okay. So I think I got everything up. I probably won't get any calls. Um, I guess I guess I'm nope. Guess I'm ready to go. Yeah, Steward. Okay. This is your brand new Chinese server. Getting started guide. Oh, didn't want to do that. All right, so I guess I just kind of wait for people to show up. Um, but yeah, this is kind of the test run. I think I'm live. I know I'm live. So I'm running pretty good. I got the OBS up and cranking. It's green. Everything's green. Got the Discord um, looking at me. So that's groovy good. And got the OBS and the YouTube. Okay. So I don't really know what to do now. I guess I just kind of wait and hopefully streamer mode is enabled. Username has been truncated. All right. Live on air. Welcome to Live on Air. Um, Hello. First live on air Discord. All right. First message. Let's. All right. Um, yeah, probably not going to get anybody, but that's okay. I don't know. So yeah, basically this channel, we are obviously going through a pretty uh, a difficult time with the Trump regime and every insane thing that they're doing. And for the most part, I wanted to start a channel that was looking into uh, more of a repair of the democracy that we had, because what we had even isn't there anymore. It's all smushed into the mud. So, um, but I'm looking to get ideas and start shopping ideas for what we want a new democracy, a new American, a new United States democracy to look like. Um, what we want to keep, what we need to change, how we want it to run. Because it's obviously there is no single front runner leader in the Democratic Party or in the Independent Party that is gonna kind of lead us to salvation or whatever. So we need to, it's like in history before, we need to do it ourselves. Um, but we need a kind of framework. We need something to shoot for. We need something that can give us encouragement. You know, I don't think anybody really wants to fight for um, the democracy that was shattered because it was shattered. It just didn't work. It worked in a lot of respects, but in the broader sense, it led us to this position that we're in now. So things need to be changed, things need to be kept. Um, but uh, I haven't really come across a channel or a live stream or anything that focuses more on the future of democracy, not in the future of the Democratic Party, the future of the Republican Party, or the Independent Party, but just the future in general, what we all kind of want to see to shoot for. So that's what this channel is going to be about. It's going to be rough the first couple 50 live streams. It's, but I mean, whatever, who cares? Uh, I think, that's how these things get started. All the good channels and all the channels that are have a lot of views and a lot of interaction, had to start somewhere, and that somewhere where it's always talking into the void, talking to anybody. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to, personally, I'm excited because, a lot of us don't have an outlet to discuss a lot of these things because um, they're contentious topics, especially face to face. So uh, and you know, personally, I don't think it's really discussed enough what we want our future to look like. I really haven't had any of those kind of conversations. It's always been, what's happening here and now, and because there's just so much. And I think that's just a tactic of any fascist regime, is just to toss a lot of stuff against the wall, a lot of distractions, a lot of horrible things that kind of draw our focus away from, all the corruption and the stealing that is currently going on, and these kind of totalitarian fascist regimes. And I mean, this, you know, um, as Americans, we haven't really lived through this type of an experience. So, um, you know, there are these type of governments that exist today in the world right now. We can travel to them, and if any kind of independent research, you'll realize that they are horrible places to live. Um, and I don't want that for my legacy in living right now. I want to do all I can to prevent something like a Russia or something like a North Korea or even something like a China from happening, because no way, man. Once you get a taste of that freedom, you don't want to let it go. Um, and by no means has it been in perfect freedom. As a white male, I've definitely enjoyed a majority of that freedom, um, and that's some stuff that I want to talk about too, you know. Um, and I don't really know how to talk about it. Like it's I don't even know where to start with it, but that's why I'm on here doing this, to just break that ice and start to look for ways of being a union again, and a better union, and a union of immigrants, and to build something stronger. And because I don't want to live. I really hated the United States for a long time, ever since I was able to travel and go to different parts of the world. Like I always looked on, had a lot of disdain for Americans and how they acted, and their our our kind of, um, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of, um, we have a lot of kind of pride that is unpoured, um, and it's misplaced, I guess. What am I looking for? I can't remember the word. But anyways, I'm nervous and all that good stuff. But yeah, so this channel, I hope to explore, um, next steps in our democracy and gather ideas and a consensus of what we want that to look like. And I want to get everybody's opinion. I want to have as many conversations as humanly possible between now and hopefully we get to a place where we are happy with what we built. And I was thinking of an analogy earlier today of how to kind of describe this channel, and it's kind of like a burning house analogy. I envision you're standing on the side of the street, you're looking at your house and its structure and everything that you have in it just kind of burned down to the ground in a fiery blaze. Um, and I mean, you have a lot of thoughts going through your head. I've never witnessed my own house burning down, but I can only imagine it would be a pretty traumatic experience, um, given that everybody, whatever. I don't want to get into the minutia of whatever. Anyway, um, but I was kind of thinking about it, and in certain situations in our lives, we have a choice to really let the destructive nature of what we're witnessing take us over, or we can, um, in that process, start to, um, look to how we want to rebuild. You know, that kitchen kind of sucked. Like it just didn't have enough cabinet space. Um, the refrigerator was in the wrong place. Now that it's all gone and are currently being burned down to the ground, how do we want to rebuild it better so it's just a more functional space? You know, the bathroom is right next to the bedroom, and you know, you can hear your old man or your brother just dropping off loads, and that sucks. You don't want to be around that. Now's a great opportunity to start thinking about ideas of how, well, maybe the bathroom doesn't need to be, next to your headboard on the other side of the wall. I know. So, and just mentally, I think it's a good practice to to think how you can, build something better. And it gives you a more clear view of how you're going to get there. So once you start talking about, where you want to go, you can start planning out your route to be able to get there. Right now, a lot of us, I think all of us are just kind of like in this panic mode to where like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do? What do I do? This is happening before my eyes, and I feel powerless. Well, you're not really powerless. I mean, you can start having conversations of what we want to see and how we want to get there. I mean, that's how America came to be. It was in this state of complete chaos and confusion, and understanding what you don't want, you can start to talk about and think about and describe what you do want. So we do not want what the Trump regime is pitching because it's horrible um, for a myriad of reasons and real-time reasons, just with the recent killings and the killings last year. I think there's up to 8 people murdered in the concentration camps, and let's call them what they are. They are concentration camps for illegal immigrants. But there's no way to verify all that because we can't audit these concentration camps. Um, so I lost my train of thought with the idea of concentration camps in the United States. But and again, we got to start calling these things what they are. We can't. We can't. Why is it idle? Online. Um, yeah, um, but yeah, we just kind of have to start having these conversations, and I hope to get people on here to start talking about these things because I'm confused, as you can tell from the stream. I am utterly um, without any kind of an idea of how to get to this future that I want to start talking about. So, I mean, um, but I'm looking forward to it, and it makes me feel better already just by talking to nobody. Um, how just mentally, it just to get it out there and put it out in the universe that um, you know, I'm ready to start talking about what we want our future to look like. So, um, but yeah, this is the Democracy Repair Shop, and we are here to service your democracy needs. I just came up with that. I don't know. It's yeah. Um, I don't know. I just wanted a name that was kind of good, kind of represented the idea of repair, um, because a lot of the foundation of our society works. It has worked. A lot of it hasn't. Um, and I think a lot of that is just through weak leadership, um, and unaccountable leadership, and leadership not keeping, and rules and laws not keeping up to date with fast-paced technology that surrounds our world and our leadership. So um, a lot of this stuff needs to be repaired, and that's why we're here. So I am looking forward to it. So I'm gonna go for 20 minutes today. 10? I don't even know what time I started. How do I see how long I've been playing? There is no run time. That's all right. Oh no, there is. Okay, right down there. So almost, yeah. So 18. Okay, yeah. So almost 20 minutes, and then hopefully I'll be able to post this on YouTube as kind of like a follow-up video, and it's gonna be bad. I've never really subjected myself to online criticisms. I don't really have any kind of social media presence. Never wanted one. And also, yeah. So, but that's the thing, though, isn't it? It's just like um, having a voice that is kind of separate from your everyday voice is a powerful weapon, I think. So I'm looking forward to using it. Um, but yeah, so with that, this is the Democracy Repair Shop. Signing off for today, and I'll be back maybe later tonight. I want to post this up on YouTube